Let's get into adding in the mixings to the actual carrot to lemon juice blend, which brings us a little chick known as Beyonce and an album known as Lemonade. And because I want to get a lot of the vitamins into the carrot or back into the carrot, I'm going to add the boiled water as the softening agent to the blender. At least 2 ladles will do. 2 ladles. Okay, now remember the lemons we squeezed earlier? Let's get these lemons, at least the juice part, into the blender. Okay, and I'm going to save that for another recipe in a minute. Save that for another recipe. Alright, so I'm going to get out the excess seeds. Excess seeds. If I can manage to get it out, I'll use a strainer. Never mind, I don't have time for that. I will use a strainer to get the excess seeds out of that and pour it into the blender. Now, an added thought. I'm going to show you possibly what Little Kim means by getting a Sprite can to disappear in her mouth. By adding Sprite to it. Alright, so let's get that Sprite can disappearing in my mouth and about a half a cup of sugar to sweeten the entire thing. Alright, now let's get the blender base, get it plugged in. Okay, and let's get the 2 parts connected. Okay, And then we are going to touch the smoothie button on the blender, and we are going to press the I might have added, so that's why it's spilling out a little bit. Alright, so before this starts to get any more speedy in the pulsing, as you can see, because it might end up overspilling, I am going to pour some of it in the bowl and basically just do half and half, and then fill it up in the container afterwards. So, first of all, let me try and get this blender thing connected again. Thank you. Let's try and get that connected. And now that we got that situation taken care of, let's smooth it. That's much better. And that is the first half of the blend. Let me get the juice jug. Let me get the juice jug in order to prep the blender for the second half of the blend. Let's give it a little bit of taste test, shall we? To see if we need to add some more sugar. Let's give it just a little bit of a taste test. Oh no. I could live with this. No problem. Now let's get this half blended up. Alright, so let us get to the taste testing part, the fun part. Let's get to that. Still have the same cup from the first half. Let's get to this half. I could also live with this one. Yes, I could. I could and I will live with both. Now, let's mix the two together and let's taste it as a one whole set. Alright, now let's taste as a whole. This is excellently sweet, that's why I'm puckering up with a little bit of bitter. But it's an excellent after effect. Excellent. Pucker up, bitches. That's the new dance right there. It ain't the shimmy and shake no more. It goes a little like, yes ma'am. Damn. Cheers. Enjoy. With that being said, thank you so much to Instapot Blender and your cookware system for sponsoring today's video. Instapot Blender as well as the Instapot rice cooker as it's known. So thank you so much to the Instapot Blender system for sponsoring today's video. Peace out.